Hey, Lynn here. Today I'm going to show you how to create a custom short links for your business or for whatever you need it for. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, short links are basically tools on the internet that help you to shorten those long URLs. So Bitly is one that a lot of people know and where you can quickly and easily turn a longer link, such as, an affiliate link, or if you're in direct sales or network marketing, maybe a link to a product on your page, right? It's a great way to turn it into a shorter link. So Bitly is a great tool, but recently they changed their terms. And so now you're kind of limited in how many links you can create. But then again, a longer URL can be kind of ugly. I mean, it has lots of letters and numbers and words or whatever. They can be really long, right? And if you're texting someone your link, it can quickly use up the number of characters you have in your text. Plus, Bitly links are not being allowed in most texting services these days because they know that there's a lot of potential for spam. So for instance, I use Project Broadcast for my texting and to grow my business, right? And they won't let us use Bitly links. But and it's not even Project Broadcast. It's because the cell phone companies won't accept them. They mark them as spam, right? But if you make your own shortened link, like I'm going to show you today, it won't be a problem. So also, if you're in direct sales or network marketing, you can have a store link that you can share, but it's always something like shop.com/Huber or avon.com/Huber or whatever your link is. And it's super easy for the person you're sending the link to just drop off the ending of that URL. They'll just go to avon.com instead of putting the / in your name, right? Or your end of your URL. And but that is really critical because that's what tells the company who it is that referred them or who's making the sale, right? So having a shortened link eliminates all those kinds of issues as well. So let me share my screen and let's get this show on the road. So the tool that I'm using is called Short.io. You can just paste a long link into it. So if we go to branded links, and you can just literally paste a long link in there. So let me show you. I just pulled up Amazon, and let's maybe pull up this espresso machine. Can you see this link up here? It's like huge. It's really long, right? So I can just go, to my branded links here. I can paste it up here. So I copied, didn't like it. Wonder why. Let's see. There's like a bunch of stuff in here. Let's try this. So branded links, paste URL here. There we go. So now it's created this link and it's got a slug on there. It's called a slug. And I can say, what was it? A coffee machine, right? So I can say like coffee machine. So what I'm going to end up with is linslink.com/coffee machine. So I'm going to close that. I'm not actually going to do it. Well, actually it's there already, but let me delete it because we don't need that. So anyway, so you can just paste that long link in there and it just automatically creates that short link in it. And so it's just going to make it super easy for you, right? And you can customize it in whatever you want. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to set that up. And there's just 3 basic steps, right? The first one is you need to purchase your own custom domain. That sounds scary, but it's really not. It's really not. And I'm going to show you how to do this on GoDaddy. They make it super easy, right? And it's just like the cost for domains are really, well, they range in price. They can be really inexpensive if you're careful. So anyway, if you do have a blog or a website, by the way, you don't want to use that one because like I have, for instance, I have onlinebeautybiz.com, which is my training website for Avon. And I don't want to use that to shorten links because that's my blog and I don't want to mess that up, right? But if you have your own, you could use something like Pretty Links, which is a WordPress plugin that you can use to make the links pretty. So I could do something like onlinebeautybiz.com / training or whatever, right? And you can make a pretty link that way. But so to what I'm talking about here, though, is you need to go out and you need to buy a new domain, a short one with your brand in it. And there's lots of different ways to do that. You can try taking a couple of letters from your brand name and use it, and then use a domain extension like .link or .ly. There's a million ways you can do it, but I'm going to warn you, very short URLs are mostly taken or they're really expensive. So let's go here. I get all of my domains at GoDaddy. And I'll put the link to that in the comments to help you out in case you need it. And so in GoDaddy, you can type the domain that you want, right? And let's just give you some couple ideas just to so you can, I mean, it's going to take you a while to find what you want. So I'm just going to give you some couple ideas. So my Facebook page is Healthy Living Beautiful You. Well, I don't want that. That's too long for that. But so we could do something like HLBY for healthylivingbeautifulyou.com, right? And search it. And oh, look at that. It's $1,600. Not going to do that one, right? So my blog is lovemybeautybiz.com. So we could try that, lovemybb.com, right? And look at that, $19,000. See, I warned you, the short links are really expensive. Now, GoDaddy does give you some options. I mean, you could do lmbb.us. There's restrictions. I think the restrictions are you have to be in the US. There's one that's lmbb.shop, and it's $1.49 the first year. But keep in mind, this is going to renew at $47.99 a year. So you want to be careful about that too. I'm not really seeing anything here that I would want, because they're all going to be expensive when they go to renew. You might get it cheap the first month. XYZ, my beauty, lmbb.xyz. So I ended up going with Lynn's link.com, and it's going to tell you it's taken because I bought that, right? So it's saying you can, we might be able to help you buy it, but that's what I ended up doing, was Lynn's link.com, because I wanted it to be super easy to remember and not confusing. And I mean, I tried a lot of different things. I tried to come up with a really short domain name and couldn't find anything. So lynslink.com, it brands me, right? And it's super easy to remember. And, you know, like I said, if you want your domain to be as short as possible, because after all, you're trying to create a short link, right? So when you found the domain that you want, you're happy with, go ahead and purchase it. Now, GoDaddy's going to ask you to buy a lot of other things. They're going to ask you to buy a website or insurance. I mean, you can like get, there's other things you can add to it, like domain protection and all that. You really don't need all of that. So you can just buy the domain and just don't get anything else and just buy the domain, and you're totally fine with that, okay? But anyway, so step number 2 would be to sign up for the free link shortening software tool. And there are some that are free, and there's some paid tools that you can use. But the one that I chose and I'm really happy with is Short.io. So that's the one I was telling you that I purchased. And I mean, I signed up with. And it's super easy, and I'll walk you through it. And then step number 3 is you actually have to change your DNS settings. So basically that means you need to go back to GoDaddy or wherever you purchase your domain and tell it to point to your tool, and then you should be good to go. So let's walk through it, okay? So number 1, choosing your domain name. I'm actually not going to walk through this again because I did a lot of searching before I finally found and chose lynslink.com. I would have loved a little bit of a shorter one, but I couldn't find anything that was available to meet my needs. And actually, if you think about it, lynslink.com makes sense because I'm the one sharing the link, right? So it's easy for people to remember, oh, Lynn's sharing the link, lynslink.com, and then whatever the ending would be, right? I do suggest you go with .com if that's possible, because most people are super used to that. Sometimes you get a domain like .ly or .info, and people are like confused. They don't know if they should follow it or whatever, okay? But get creative and make sure it's something you're going to be happy with for the long term. So then step number 2 is to choose the short link platform. And like I said, the one I use is short.io, and it's free, by the way. I'm not paying for it at all. They do have a paid plan that comes with more analytics and more customization and more links. But on the free plan, you can only create 1,000 links. 1,000 links. Well, you know what? For me, that's actually way more than enough. I think it's going to actually take me a really long time to get to 1,000 links. So unless you have 1,000 links, there's no reason why you can't just stay on the free plan. They do have a paid version. You can check that out. But, you know, like I said, I just use the free version. It does everything I need. It even tracks statistics so you can see how your links are doing. And then the third step would be to connect it to your domain. So Short.io did an amazing job at just walking me through this, because you know what? I'm not a developer. I'm not a master at changing my domain DNS settings. I kind of have an idea how it works because I've done a lot of blogging. I've created websites, but I get super nervous messing with the domain settings, because if you mess them up, then nobody will be able, your domain will not be live anymore, right? It won't be online where people can find it. So I'm just not comfortable with it. But as part of the setup process, Short.io just handled it for me. I just said, here, connect, and you had to log into GoDaddy, and it made the changes for you. It was super easy. They walked me through it step by step, and it was really great. So just follow their instructions. If you get lost, they have lots of help and videos available to help you. And then the other thing you need to remember is it can take 12 to all the way up to 48 hours for your domain link to propagate throughout the internet. That's because the internet is huge. It covers the whole world, and your domain has to find its way into all the data centers all over the world, right? So you might see that when you first log into Short.io, after you've connected your domain, you might see a notification saying something to the effect of, we're verifying your domain, or something like that. And then when it's ready, you'll see a message that says something to the effect of, your domain is now connected, you're good to go. And that was literally it. I was all set up and ready to go. So again, step 1, you have to buy your own custom domain name. Step 2, sign up with Short.io. And step 3, update your DNS settings, which Short.io will handle for you. But if for some reason it doesn't happen automatically, Short.io will give you the exact instructions on how to do that. I'm not going to try to show it to you here. I can't even talk today. I'm not going to try to show that to you here because I don't have another domain that's set up that I can do it with, right? So I don't have a way to really show you, but it was super easy, and everything was handled through the sign up process for me. So let's take a look at your dashboard. So this is the dashboard, and these are all the links that I've created so far, right? You can see the links, and you can see statistics. So you can even see how many clicks. So let's go down to one that I've had a lot of clicks on. Okay, digestive enzymes. So I click on this graph image, it will pull up. You can literally see top cities that have clicked on it, top browsers, top operating systems, who referred them, and if it came from a social network, if they clicked it on Facebook, it would show you that here, right? So that's kind of cool. You can literally see how much your link is being clicked on, right? And then you can also edit here too. You can click on this pencil and you can change the title. You can actually change the URL, and which is really handy. I mean, it's really helpful because if the actual URL changes, because sometimes companies change the URLs. And so now you can just go here and change it in one place, and it will be correct everywhere that you've posted it, even if you posted it a year ago and somebody clicks on it. So that's kind of sweet. Oh, and also I almost forgot, they have a Chrome extension, which is really sweet, right? So if you're using the Chrome browser, Short.io has an extension you can add to your browser. You just go to the Chrome web store, search for Short.io, and add it to the browser. So you can see here up at the very top, hope you can see this, there's an S with a green and a black on it. That's the Chrome extension, right? And if you need to add it, if you don't know how to add an extension, you just click on this little puzzle piece, and then click on Manage Extensions. These are the extensions you have, but if you click on go to Chrome Web Store, that will take you there, and then search for Short.io. And then it says Short.io extension. Now you can see I've already got it installed. So mine says removed from Chrome, but yours, if you don't have it installed, you can add it to Chrome. And this extension makes it super easy to create your links right from your browser. So let's look at some examples, okay? So first I want to start with one of my team members' Avon page. This is Rick Winrow's Avon page, right? And as you can see at the top, the URL is avon.com/rep equals Winrow. You can create a link for this one if you want. I mean, you can just literally go up here to this little Chrome extension, the little S, and you can click on shorten page. And then what do you want the slug to be? So I'm going to call this Rick's Avon, okay? And then I'm going to click on save. Boom, just like that, I have it saved. So now I have a link that's called, well, I'll go and look. See, let's look, let's refresh this. There we go. I have a link that says Rick's Avon. So if I use this, I can copy it right here, and then it's going to be linslink.com/Rick's Avon. So it's pretty sweet. Then when you share it, you can share it that way, right? And it will send you right to that page. So that's kind of sweet. Like I said, nobody's going to do Avon and forget to put the Rick's Avon or the Winrow on it, right? So let's go back to his page and let's try the glimmer sticks. So we click on this, on the glimmer liners. We can actually link to this whole page, which shows you all of the liners by using this long link here, you could literally click on this shop icon and you could create a link, shorten page, and you could call it Glimmer Liners, for instance. And then it would be linslink.com/Glimmer Liners. So I'm not going to actually do it right now. Or you could click on one, and you see how it has a long link at the top. Now, what you need to keep in mind is that you always want to have, you want to keep in mind that you have to pay attention to what the link is forwarding to. So you always want to make sure that the URL that you're copying has the info about who's going to get credit for that sale. So this one says avon.com, product, FMG, Glimmer waterproof eyeliner, and a number, and then question mark rep equals Winrow. So then you know that's the right one. And you can click on this shop, this shorten, this short.io affiliate, what's it called? I'm sorry, the extension, and it will make a link to this, right? So it's super sweet. So let's look at how another company does that, though, because every company is different. So you need to understand what it is that you're trying to do for your link. So let's go to my shop.com website. They handle, Market America does this differently. So if we go to my shop.com site and we click on Aloe, the ultimate aloe. Now, the way that shop.com does it is in their URL, it's not tied to any one person. And they do this for SEO reasons, I believe. So in order to get the link to share, if I were to share this one, I would send everybody directly to Market America or to shop.com. I don't want to do that because I want them to go to my store, right? I want to get credit for the sale. So what you need to do here is the way they have it is on the share it link. So if I click link here, now you see how it has Huber in there? That's the link I want to use. So I can copy that link. Now I can still do this. I can still click up here, but when I click up here and click on shorten page, what I'm getting is the link at the top that doesn't have my information. But let's go ahead and do it because that's how I'm doing it, and click Aloe and save. Okay, so now what you're going to need to do, though, is you're going to need to go back to your links. I'm going to refresh it so that it will show up there. There's the one I just created, and we're going to edit it. And the slug is Aloe. Well, we can change the link title to Aloe, but then we need to go back here and we need to copy this link, the one that has Huber in it. We copy it and go here, and we're gonna select this whole thing, delete it, and put the correct link in there and save. So now linslink.com/aloe will take you directly to my page on there on my shop.com site. So it's being slow, but now you can go to branded links and it's in there. So you can see that if I click on edit, it has the Huber in there. Okay, so that's basically how it works. So that now you've got, we've edited that link. We've made sure that the correct link is in there, and now you're ready to go, right? So now you know 2 different ways to get the link to make your short link. So first thing you want to do before you start creating those links is make sure you understand how your company's link tie back to you. So, you could do this if you're an affiliate, like you're doing an Amazon affiliate, although they have their own short links, just to be clear. But any other thing that you're affiliate for, you can copy your link and you can create a link for it. And that way, you know that you're always going to get the sale. Right? So that's it. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for being with me today, and I will see you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.